So this is something that I am expecting कि आप सब लोग समझ पा रहे होंगे. Alright, going back to this again. Now when I log into my user by graphical user interface, see, I really want to show you one more thing. For example, in my Fedora, if I want to create a new user account, hopefully आपको Windows में पता होगा, you can go to activities and here search for users. Right, when you search for users, you will get a users option. You click here. When you click here, you will get this. Okay, as you can see, I have a user called this and this. What if I want to create a new user in Fedora? So I'll go there in add user button. I'll select what kind of user I want to create, standard or administrator. Definitely standard will be fine. I'm giving account like Jack. So this is username, full name can be Jack, okay, but username you can choose anything. Like, so username always a nickname, right, in any of the operating system. Password you can also set, or you can also set when the user will try to log in. So I'm setting this like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, I don't know, क्या मैं type कर रहा हूँ, 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, and 7 8 9. I think थोड़ा complex देना पड़ेगा. So right, fine, and I'm just adding it. Once I add this user for the first time, right, I'm just closing this. मैं आपको दिखा दूं इस लॉजिक को. यहाँ पे under home directory Jack folder will be created for sure. So if I go there in my graphical activity first, see what happened. Wow, first it was a fire, then now Jack. Okay, if you go there, there is nothing, but if you go there is something. Okay, even from this command line also, if I'll check /home Jack, if I check under home Jack, nothing is there. Alright, so definitely graphically हमने account बना लिया. Similarly, if you want to create account from this command line, you can use user add and let's say fine, this is the name of my account, boom, got created. Right, you can always check /home folder and fine. Even if you go to this graphical one, you get the fine. Right, बहुत आसान है. So it's your choice. You want to create a user from graphical and just hit this user add command. एक और difference बता दूं. If you guys are using Ubuntu based operating system, then it is not going to create home folder if you use user add command. Okay, so for Ubuntu based user, hashtag for Ubuntu like OS, you need to use add user command. Fine, नहीं तो home directory नहीं बनेगी. Add user me. But Fedora support both, so that's why we are using Fedora. Right, so if you go there, me, okay, there is nothing in fine, there is nothing in Jack, there is nothing in me. Okay, so अभी ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. Alright, so I hope ये दोनों चीज़ें समझ में आ गई होंगी. Okay, now next thing is, when you create all these users for the first time, now for example you are logging to Jack user by using GUI, मतलब आप इस पे graphically login कर रहे हो. So when you log in to Jack user for the first time, you know what, you get a message kind of thing, please wait. ये आजकल नहीं भी मिलता. We are preparing preparing a desktop environment for you. Desktop environment for you. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? If you right now try to log in with the Jack user, okay, तो क्या होगा? When you log in it, so under Jack user, some folders will be created. And what are those folders? Let's say desktop folder, download, music, public. Here also. अगर आपने विंडोज़ में पहली बार यूज़र बनाया है तो जनरली यहाँ पे यूज़र बना के लॉगिन करते ही क्या होगा? डेस्कटॉप फोल्डर, डाउनलोड फोल्डर, these are folders, right? Download folder, music folder, public folder, all these. So इसका मतलब ये हुआ every single user will have its own desktop download music. John also it have its own desktop download music. ठीक है, ये बात समझ में आनी चाहिए. इसका मैं डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन दिखाता हूँ. So for example, if I am going to log in with the Jack user, I hope I remember the password. So I'm just closing this. This also may take some time to log out. So I'm just clicking on switch user. Fine. Virtual machine में चल रहा है तो hopefully see. I have now Jack. Once I click on here, I need to pass that information. Okay, I log in for the first time in my Jack user. All right. So once I log in, it will take some time to figure out the desktop setting and everything. It is not getting logged in, maybe some reason. So मैंने पासवर्ड सही नहीं दिया या जो भी होगा. Yes, I got it. Password was not correct. See here, if you go to this files, I got all this. See, who am I? I am Jack. जो यहाँ पे भी दिखाई देगा. Desktop, document, download, music, videos, template and everything. I'm just closing this and I'm switching back to root. Switch user. So just switching back to root. To log in into root account, you know that we have to go to the not listed option and root right here. Okay, now if I'll show you कि क्या हुआ है तो look at the diagram first. Under Jack user ये सब कुछ बन गया, right? So just wait for a while. यार क्या है? Root. Okay, I'm here now. If I go to my file system under others and computers and here home, see if I check with the find there is nothing like that. Okay, but if I check with the Jack user, whoa, what we get? Desktop, document, download, music and everything. So that's what you can check. Even if you go to terminal and search for terminal and you open it like this, I'm just making a bigger one, right? So if you go to /home, everything is there. /home, fire, nothing is there. Oh sorry, fire is having, but fine is not having. Me is also not having, but Jack is having. Fine. So in general, every single user is having their own desktop, download, music, picture and videos. It's not common for anyone. सबका अपना अलग अलग घर होता है. Okay. So if this concept and the practical case both making sense to you, So just say yes. Okay. Asif, no, it will not create, right? So give your response in the chat window if you're understanding it. I'm really emphasizing everybody to understand this session very importantly, right? Don't take it in a light way. फाइन मतलब ये सब बहुत ही ऐसा है कि छोटे छोटे कॉन्सेप्ट से बहुत बड़ी चीज़ बनेगी, राइट? आई नो सम ऑफ यू ऑलरेडी हैविंग लॉट्स ऑफ नॉलेज अबाउट लिनक्स, तो आपको थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो ऑलराइट, नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू द वेरी वेरी नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट। तो मैं ऐसा मान के चलता हूँ कि आप लोगों को होम फोल्डर का यूज़ समझ में आ गया या विंडोज़ में यूज़र्स फोल्डर का यूज़ समझ में आ गया, राइट? होम एंड यूज़र are very much compatible to each other. Okay, now just going up. All right, let's talk about the default security. Default security. What is the meaning of security? For example, if this is again your Windows 10, any Windows OS, right? And we have a C drive and we have a users folder. Under user we have a user 1 and user 2 and administrator, right? 3 users we have. So for example, in a Windows desktop, if you log in with user 1, user 1 will be logging to Windows. It can go to C drive, it can go to users, it can go to user 1, and it can go to many other places, but Windows user 1 cannot open or access user 2 folder, and vice versa for user 2 also. Okay, it cannot open administrator folder, so it can open anything. मतलब ये है, ये यूज़र 1 कुछ भी खोल सकता है लेकिन यूज़र 2 का फोल्डर नहीं खोल पाएगा. Likewise in Linux as well, if we have a slash has a home, and home has jack user and let's say fine user or fire user. So if you are going to log in this jack user either from graphical or command line, it can go to slash, to home, to jack, and inside that anywhere, but it cannot go to any other home directory. ये बिल्कुल ऐसे मान लो कि एक यूज़र किसी दूसरे के घर में नहीं झांक सकता. ये ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम लिनक्स या विंडोज़ के नहीं, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम की सिक्योरिटी है. It's not about Linux or Windows or Mac. It's a security of OS. दिखाऊं just to show you. हाँ, अगर कोई जा सकता है तो वो है admin और in Linux root. Fine. So root user या admin user, they are the god of the operating system. ये मतलब ये भगवान है, ये कहीं भी चले जाएंगे, इनको कोई रोक टोक नहीं. तो ये जो security है, this is not applied if you are Bhagwan or if you are administrator. Okay, so just to show you, I'm switching back to jack user again. Need some time, and see, I'm logging back to jack user. Whew. Okay, all right, I'm here. I'm a jack user now. How? So I'm just going to browse this file system and just wait for a while. Okay, क्या हो रहा है? शायद एक बार का सेशन टाइम आउट लगा है, I don't know. Okay, no issues. So I'm here now, and if I'm going back to, you know, this Jack user, see, this is by default Jack's data. Okay, Jack document, Jack download. But if Jack want to access the slash, need to go there. Okay, and computer, see, if I want to go to anywhere, I can go anywhere without any problem. But if I go to home, cross cross cross, I cannot go to any of the user that is not me. See, I'm a Jack, I can go here, yes. If I go back again, I can try to go with the find user. No, you are not allowed. You need administration access, right? And we don't have password of that. I cannot go to find simply, okay, or you need the password. And similarly, even from command line, see, if I open this terminal, I'm opening terminal under Jack user, fine. So you can always analyze the same, that who am I? I'm a Jack user, and where is my default location? Home Jack. Can I go to slash? Yes. Can I go to slash home? Very yes. Can I go to myself? I mean my own directory? Yes. But can I dare to go to the fire? Fuck off. See, not allowed. Alright. So this is what the default security is there with every operating system. मतलब confusion ये है कि कुछ लोग सोचते हैं कि कमांड लाइन से हो जाता है, ग्राफिकल से नहीं होता. It's nothing like that. Okay. So कमांड लाइन हो या ग्राफिकल हो, परमिशन इज परमिशन, पावर इज पावर. ओके, ये कुछ सिक्योरिटी है. तो आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस सिक्योरिटी फीचर, राइट? बस फटाफट यस मैसेज दो एंड we'll proceed to the next. Okay, all right. So wonderful. Now moving on to the next concept, and that is really awesome. I mean, it's really awesome, right? So I'm just going back to this whiteboard, going up. Boom. Okay, so we discussed about two directory structures. Okay, अब मैं आपको एक और बात बताता हूँ. Whosoever are doing exceptionally amazing job, we are creating a group of top 50 people in the world, right? And we'll lead them to the next level technology. इसका मैंने आपको बताया है कि आपके assignments आप कितना respond करते हैं, इन सब से रिलेटेड है. So in a while you will be seeing some, you know, top 50 or some kind of channel here. So if you want to, you know, join that channel, text or voice, whatever will be there, you need to, you know, make your effort. So assignment, presence, you know, everything is important. Anyway, so first directory structure is done. Just for your, you know, kind information, because these days people are using all operating systems, so I'm just dividing it to Windows, Linux and Mac. Windows, Linux, Mac. In Windows we have users folder. In Linux you have under C drive, here under, right? So in Windows you have a C drive. Under C drive you have a user folder. Under Linux you have a slash. Here you have a home folder. Under Mac also you have a slash, but the name of folder is users. So the way Mac and Linux they have the directory structure, this is same. Okay, but the name is similar to this. Okay, here we have a name of user, this is u1 and u2, and here also we have a u1 and u2, and here also we have a u1 and u2. So you are exploring three operating system in a row. Okay, similarly under u1 we have all desktop, download, music, picture. Here also we have desktop, download, here also same, and here also same. तो होम डायरेक्टरी का कॉन्सेप्ट तो क्लियर हो गया. I can go to my Mac terminal as well, see, and if I go there, very similar, who am I, fire, what is my location, slash, then users, then fire. Okay, so Mac terminal is also quite similar to Linux. Anyway, talking about the next directory structure, and that is kind of system32 in Windows. Okay, Microsoft Windows has a directory called system32. That directory is generally storing the internal command and information. Internal command, right? Internal command. In Linux we have bin folder. Here all your commands are getting stored. In Mac also we have bin folder, right? So sometimes it is a bin, sometimes it is something else, but in 99% cases we have a bin folder. Bin stands for binary. It's a system32 folder, that is a different case, but we have bin.